CG FC200 is quietly changing how real workshops deal with one of the most frustrating ECUs in the VAG world, and today on Baabji Motors, we are breaking this down in a real, hands-on, no theory-only way. If you have ever stared at a VAG DCM6.2 V2 ECU and wondered why such a small metal box can destroy your entire workday, this one is for you. Hey everyone, this is Hussein, and welcome back to Baabji Motors, where we don't just talk tools, we talk real workshop reality. Before we go any further, a quick and important copyright note. This content is shared strictly for educational and informational purposes. Always follow manufacturer guidelines, local laws, and fair use practices when working on vehicles. Also, if you're curious about the exact CG FC200 setup, adapters, or supporting tools I personally use in my workshop, you'll find them linked below as affiliate products. Using those links costs you nothing extra and directly supports Baabji Motors in creating deeper technical content like this. Now here's the big question I want you thinking about as we go along. Why has the VAG DCM6.2 V2 ECU been such a nightmare to clone for years? And can the CG FC200 actually turn this into a reliable, repeatable job in a busy professional workshop? Stay with me until the very end, because I will answer that clearly and share one practical pro tip that can save you hours of rework. Let's talk reality. The DCM6.2 V2 did not earn its bad reputation by accident. This ECU family mixes secure bootloaders, encrypted memory sectors, and one-time programmable areas that often store Immobilizer and vehicle identity data. That combination means a simple read and write file copy almost never works. Many technicians have experienced dead ECUs, endless flashing loops, or vehicles that crank but never start. What should have been a straightforward swap often turns into days of diagnostics and lost revenue. Without the correct read mode, stable power, and a proper flash plus EEPROM strategy, cloning attempts fail more often than they succeed. This is exactly where the CG FC200 enters the picture. The CG FC200 is not a generic scan tool pretending to be a programmer. It is a dedicated ECU programming and cloning platform built specifically for advanced flash operations. It supports thousands of ECU types and multiple working modes, including bench and boot access. In real workshop use, this matters because VAG ECUs like the DCM6.2 V2 hide critical data behind protections that OBD-only tools simply cannot reach. The CG FC200 provides controlled boot access, direct memory handling through eMMC or NAND adapters when required, and built-in verification that confirms whether your read and write operations are actually correct. So how does this look in a real workshop flow, not in marketing slides? First, preparation decides success or failure. You always begin with a complete hardware-level backup. That means reading both the flash and the EEPROM whenever possible. Power stability is non-negotiable here. An interrupted write is one of the fastest ways to turn an expensive ECU into a paperweight. The CG FC200 includes automated verification during reading and writing, but smart technicians still store an extra copy of the data safely as insurance. Whenever the ECU allows it, boot mode or bench mode should be your first choice. These modes bypass many OBD layer restrictions and give a cleaner, more complete dump of the raw memory. In successful DCM6.2 V2 cases, technicians consistently follow a disciplined two-step approach. First, they obtain a full verified read. Then they analyze the data layout to identify locked or one-time programmable regions. Only after that do they write the data back to the donor ECU, carefully preserving any vehicle-specific Immobilizer or identity data, if required. Let me walk you through this in simple workshop language. Step 1. Set up your bench correctly. Use clean connectors, confirm stable power, and make sure your CG FC200 firmware is fully updated. Step 2. Connect using the correct adapter for the DCM6.2 V2 and confirm whether boot mode, bench mode, or direct memory access is required. Step 3. Perform a full read of both flash and EEPROM and allow the CG FC200 to complete its verification process. Step 4. Review the data and identify any Immobilizer or one-time programmable sections. If the ECU uses true one-time programmable Immobilizer data, plan ahead for Immobilizer synchronization or use a match donor unit. Step 5. Write the clone data to the target ECU using the verified write process. Then perform validation reads to confirm that every block matches the original. Workshops that stick to this structured process consistently report much higher success rates compared to rushed or improvised cloning attempts. Now let's cover common mistakes, because this is where many jobs go wrong. Never write without a fully verified read. Avoid forcing OBD programming when boot or bench access is clearly required. Treat one-time programmable areas with extreme caution, because once written incorrectly, there is no undo button. Double-check adapter pinouts and clip pressure, because poor physical connections corrupt data more often than software bugs. If you encounter signature verification errors or unexplained failures, stop, review the logs, confirm the ECU bootloader version, and switch to a more direct access method instead of retrying blindly. Here are a few hard-earned workshop habits that make a big difference. Label and archive every backup immediately. Keep your CG FC200 software updated and use genuine adapters, because compatibility directly affects success. Always plan Immobilizer adaptation as part of the job, not as an afterthought. And when you're unsure whether a memory section is one-time programmable or just protected, assume it is one-time programmable until proven otherwise. That cautious mindset saves ECUs and protects your reputation. So what is the real-world verdict on the CG FC200 with the VAG DCM6.2 V2? Based on hands-on use and recent technician experiences, the CG FC200 has successfully handled boot mode reads and verified writes on multiple DCM6.2 variants. Its verification steps and broad ECU coverage allow workshops to complete jobs that previously required invasive chip-off methods. However, let's be honest and professional here. If an ECU stores critical Immobilizer data in a true one-time programmable area, no tool can magically rewrite hardware-level limits. In those cases, Immobilizer adaptation or a matched donor ECU is still required. The CG FC200 does not break physics, but it dramatically increases your chances of success when used correctly. And just to ease the stress a bit, trying to clone one of these ECUs without the right read mode feels a lot like arguing with a locked door using the wrong key. You can keep trying, but the door is not impressed. Now, to answer the big question from the beginning, can the CG FC200 turn DCM6.2 V2 cloning from guesswork into a dependable workshop process? Yes, it can, when paired with correct procedures, stable power, verified backups, and respect for Immobilizer and one-time programmable boundaries. My professional opinion is simple. This tool does not replace diagnostic skill, it amplifies it. For workshops dealing with late-model VAG vehicles, mastering the CG FC200 workflow is not just useful, it is strategic. Here is your final pro tip. After a successful clone, always run a complete system scan and perform any required key learning or Immobilizer adaptation immediately. That final step is what turns a technically perfect clone into a vehicle that actually leaves your workshop under its own power. Thanks for staying till the end. Baabji Motors truly appreciates your time and trust. If this breakdown helped you, support the channel by checking the affiliate link below for the CG FC200 and the exact adapters used here. Your support allows us to keep producing real-world diagnostic content. Share your experiences, questions, or lessons learned in the comments, and let's push this video toward 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments together. If you want deeper access, consider joining the Baabji Motors membership for exclusive case studies and live troubleshooting sessions. That support directly fuels the channel. One last interesting fact before you go. Many modern ECUs use mixed memory architectures, combining flash with EEPROM or embedded storage. Understanding both large data and small critical data layouts is what separates occasional success from a truly repeatable workshop skill. This is Hussein from Baabji Motors. Keep learning, keep refining your process, and happy diagnosing.